quickly introduce yourself to the camera?
Yeah, I'm Tom Lewis. I run a digital marketing consultancy called First Exact. I also run and co-founded Bath Spark, which is a tech networking event in Bath. I'm currently building Bath's first co-working creative hub.
Which I must say sounds awesome.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah. So, your background, Tom?
Yeah, my background's actually originally in sales, but I was always obsessed with the web from university days. So we're talking 1997, 1998 with VT100, dumb terminals, mud games, that kind of thing. So over time, I kind of grew out of a passion for sales and grew into a passion for the web. And luckily, my best mate had started a web agency down in Bournemouth, and was inspired by what I was, the sort of move I was trying to make, and gave me a job as a pay-per-click consultant. So yeah, moved from pay-per-click, SEO, web marketing stuff, and enjoyed it so much, ended up starting my own business.
Awesome. And about First Exact, can we have you know about the company?
Yeah, so First Exact was the company I started up, offering small businesses an alternative to agencies, really. So the agency model was quite kind of a black hole of money. Give us a load of money and we'll do some stuff for you, a bit of pay-per-click, a bit of SEO, but big agencies weren't really that transparent about where the money went or where the results were. So First Exact was more of a or is more of a lead generation agency, so everything's quantifiable. So typically a client will have a set budget which will be invested in pay-per-click and SEO and email marketing, all number of lead generating activities, but the results are actually quantifiable, so I can tell my clients how much leads cost them, how many leads are converted to customers, what the total lifetime spend of those customers is. And it means that, especially for SME clients, they know where their money's going and they understand the ROI. So that's the difference between what I'm doing and what the traditional agency model is. And agencies don't like doing that because they don't like admitting when they got things wrong, really.
Fantastic. Can we get a website for that, Tom?
Yeah, so that's First Exact is www.firstexact.co.uk.
Awesome. And the co-working space?
Yes.
So how did this come about, Tom?
Well, I really enjoy web marketing, and I enjoy clients love what I do, and clients have been with me a long time, and I have a waiting list as well, but co-working has been something I've been obsessed with for, well, creating a collaborative space probably since uni days, really. I had this, I love space in general. I think it's from growing up and having quite a small house when I was a kid. I was in a big house with loads of rooms. So having, bringing people together and enabling them to work together and grow businesses together has always been a driving passion. So when I came to Bath, I decided, because no one knew me, I didn't know anybody at all, that it was going to be the thing that I was going to be known for. And I very quickly found that lots of people had tried to do it in Bath already, which is why there wasn't a co-working space in Bath. And there was various reasons for that, high property prices, lack of cohesion between different groups. So by starting Bath Spark, which was this networking group that I started, networking evening group, I started to bring groups together and then went on about this co-working hub as a concept, and people were quite receptive to it. And it ended up with the council approaching me and offering me a real iconic building in Bath and saying, literally saying, what could you do with this building if we offered you this building?
If people want to get in touch with you, Tom, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Yeah, coworkingbath.co.uk. So Tom at Coworking Bath, Twitter Coworking Bath, or just type Coworking Bath into Google. I'm noticing more and more people doing that every day. So certainly awareness is growing. And feel free to contact me to talk about my experiences or what I'm planning, or whether people want to become members, or whether people are doing similar things and just want to get some advice, really.
Awesome. Bath tech community, Tom. What's your thoughts?
It's amazing. You wouldn't think of it coming to Bath. When I first came to Bath, like most people, it was about Jane Austen, who apparently hated Bath, from what I understand now. It's all about the Living Museum, World Heritage City, and it is a beautiful city to live and work in. But there is this kind of rich tapestry of hidden tech businesses doing very well. And one of the key reasons is the computer science department at the University of Bath churn out very, very capable graduates who start their own businesses. So you have these kind of pockets of businesses doing very well. People like Riot doing iPhone and iOS apps, people like Storm Consultancy doing web stuff, people like Filter doing music aggregation. Just amazing, interesting businesses. However, there is a problem in Bath, and it comes back to the hub, really. Businesses establishing, tech businesses in particular, find it difficult to get offices, to get property. So what happens is they either go to Bristol, was I go to London. So there's a real problem with brain drain from Bath, and one of the reasons the council has invested in what I'm trying to do is to try and retain that graduate talent in Bath, nurture them, incubate them, and then when they're ready to grow and go out into the wider world, they stay within Bath, and then become good corporate citizens in Bath rather than going elsewhere. And you have to remember that Bristol has been assigned as an enterprise zone, so there's certain advantages to going to Bristol. So Bath, has to do more to retain that talent, and it has to be more than just somewhere to work and a cheap place to work. It has to be about the whole environment and the whole community.
But I mean, it's clearly just thriving activity, so it is a
Absolutely.
great place to do business.
It is. It's an incredible place to do business, and from starting Bath Spark, the networking night was incredible because it drew all these people together that a lot of them had never met, and then talking to the council about companies that have established down here, and you have executives that have families down here. So a lot of executives that work for Oracle or Microsoft that work on the M4 are living down in Bath. And they're working out of Starbucks, or they're working from home, and you get these Google executives and these Oracle guys, and a lot of them aren't talking to each other. So we started the first Bath Spark, and we had people from IMDb, people from Nokia, people from PicoChip who've just sold out for, I think it was 60 million quid or something. These kind of companies that are doing incredibly well in the same room, talking to each other, meeting investors, meeting web designers, meeting techies, and just good stuff happening. Amazing to see.
It's lovely to hear the council getting involved, Tom. Along our travels, we've heard mixed response, which I think that's fair to say. In terms of their role with the tech community, what do you think they should? What do you think it is?
Well, again, I was quite surprised coming to Bath, but I think that particularly Baines Council have been fantastic. They are incredibly good at funding different ventures or initiatives. But also just becoming part of the community. So right from the start, when we started Bath Spark, they came along, and I've not really seen that anywhere else before. They were just engaging on a sort of day-to-day level. And then with the co-working space, they've been incredible. They've voted through this fantastic funding for capital redevelopment of the building, so which is amazing. They are helping out operationally as well. They are incredibly progressive and forward-thinking, and I'm now getting calls from other people around the country, particularly in Bournemouth where I lived before, asking me how I've done it and can I come down and talk to councils there. So again, for a council which I assumed would be quite stuck in the past, they have been incredibly progressive.
It is very impressive, I must say. Is there any kind of things you think you could be doing on top? I mean, it's hard to say that, right, when they're doing this with the co-working space, which is fantastic. Is there anything you've seen that we could be doing?
Anything I've seen
that the government could be getting involved with?
That they could be getting involved with. I think, I think other local authorities can learn from what Bath has done. But I think, there's two sides really. I mean, funding is obviously always an issue, but understanding the needs of growing businesses and when they need funding, but also other kinds of sponsorships. So where government can support in a kind of non-monetary fashion, so just support in terms of, like I say, turning up at events, just being there, access to other government departments, helping the way. So I particularly have an issue with planning listed buildings, which I don't really understand, and it's not something I can learn that quickly, but the council has been very patient. It's got the right people in front of me, and just kind of made the wheels of how these things work easier to deal with when it's completely alien language more than anything else. So I guess it's just making that connection between what can be very different types of people and very different entities. You've got your tech startups and you've got your government departments. If the two can meet in the middle and talk the same language, it goes a long way. And that's completely different to funding issues or legislative issues. That's just about people talking to people, really.
And plans for the future, Tom?
Yeah, well, I want to get the hub up and running and make it a great success. I want it to be a beacon for Bath. And then I want to start spreading the word and just wrapping this solution up and going to other local authorities that may have empty buildings, may have similar communities, and saying, look, what we've done in Bath, how progressive and openly the council have been, and trying to do it elsewhere, and just build this kind of empire of communities, I guess.
Awesome. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah,
Thank you very much for your time.
Take it, thank you.
Cheers, thank you.